Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for today's preview as the Sharks take on table-topping Bulls tomorrow night in Durban. And it should be a very, very good clash. The Sharks have named a very, very strong lineup and pretty much close to their strongest lineup, really. And it'll be a very interesting time because you look at the sides and it's two very stacked sides. And I'm very, very excited for the match itself. We will be doing a live watch along. It will be live at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. So come and join us to hang out and watch the game because I think we're going to be in for a cracker. The weather is not playing ball, however. It looks like thunderstorms tomorrow. It's an 85% chance of rain from about 6 and a 90% of chance of rain at 9. So it looks like there is going to be rain tomorrow night, which will sort of have a very big impact on the clash itself, especially when you look at some of the players playing and how it'll favor probably the Bulls more than the Sharks. Before we look at the two sides, please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right hand corner. Also, please do like the video if you like this, as well as jump in the comments. I want to know what your score predictions are. I'm going to go through the teams, then I'll give mine as well. But first up, we're going to look at the Bulls side. So not too many changes. Marnus Potgieter will get his first run out this weekend at wing. David Creel will then revert back to fullback. Curtly Orense is back to the wing as well. Jacques Vernooyen, after serving his one-match ban, comes in. So it is a very big physical pack, which will suit the game because it will be a very, well, if the weather doesn't play ball rather, it's going to be a very tight and probably quite a messy game, to be honest. So a tight five of Jacques Vernooyen, Johan Grobbelaar, Trevor Nyakani, very good front row. Walt Steenkamp, Ruan Nokia, very physical. Sintum and Jay-Z probably a bit more sort of better than the loose player, but you know that's just the physicality of Walt Steenkamp and Ruan Nokia. And then Marco van Staden, Arno Boerta, and Dwayne Vermeulen. I mean, what a loose trio that is. And Marco van Staden, for me, is currently probably the best on-form player in the country right now. And, you know, when it gets wet and then when it gets a game of tactics and tactical kicking, lots of kicking, who better than Ivan van Zyl and Morné Steyn to just completely negotiate and dictate the game tomorrow. So I think that those two are going to be vital. And then you look at, I don't think that the centers in Cornel Hendricks, Stefan and Hans are going to get much opportunity tomorrow. You know, they're going to have to keep it quite tight. So we'll probably have to be quite direct. And I don't think we're going to see a very expansive, lots of clever passes and stuff like that. But it is going to be a very good test for David Creel, Marnus Potgieter, and Curtly Orense in terms of fielding the kicks overhead, fielding kicks from the deep. David Creel's kicking game is going to be brought into question tomorrow as well. And it's probably going to be quite a tight game and very much a tactical sort of masterclass will probably be the side that wins tomorrow. For the Sharks, big news, Lukhanyo is back and he will captain the side tomorrow, and not conditions that would suit him, but his physicality on defense and his ability to, if he can hold onto the ball, to unlock defenses could become quite important. But Marius Lowe and Lukhanyo will be very important defensively tomorrow. And then, yeah, the pack's really going to have to step up. Thomas du Toit, Dan Ewers, Oxen Chair. It is a powerful front row. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Ruben van Heerden and Hiron Andrews, it is physicality there, but it's the loose trio that I do worry about. When you look at Dylan Richardson, Henko Venter, and Sikhumbuzo Noche, those are players who enjoy playing in the loose. They would prefer a dry conditions where they can, you know, link up with the back line, run the ball. But they're going to have to play a very different role tomorrow. They're going to have to be quite direct. They're going to have to be quite physical. They're going to have to front up, really, against a very powerful Bulls pack. Sanelo Nahamba, Curran Bosch, also not really a game that suits the likes of Nahamba, who likes quick ball, he likes finding gaps and sniping. His kicking game tomorrow will be more important. Curran Bosch, we know how well he kicks. And in a game where it's probably going to be quite penalty driven and very much, I don't think we're going to be seeing a try fest tomorrow, for example. So we could be seeing a very tactical game. So his goal kicking will be very important tomorrow. And then in terms of the attack, look, it is a lot of pace. Yao Penkle, Sibu Nkosi, and Moni Libok, it's a very good counter-attacking and attacking back three, but a lot of them is going to be sort of fielding kicks, having to be very good under the high ball. So it's going to be a very good test for the skills tomorrow. You know, the ability to catch, pass, hold onto a ball in very wet conditions will be essential. And then on the bench, the likes of Kieran from Fury, Zalom Jola, Michael Kumbare, Jerry van der Mesh, Timolani Boli, Pepsi Buthelezi, Jaden Henderson, Jeremy Ward. It is a very, very, very good bench. I'm going to go back to the Bulls bench now because I'm going to deliberately look at it at last. But you know, it's a lot of good players coming off the bench, especially in the likes of JJ van der Mesh, Timolani Boli, and Pepsi Buthelezi. You know, three players who are playing very, very well. It's probably a bit hard on them to be on the bench, same as Jeremy Ward. But at the end of the day, you know, when you look at the likes of Sikhumbuzo Noche, Spoo Nkosi, you know, I mean, and Lukhanyo, you have to have these players starting. But then quickly, you know, you talk about games that could be in the balance. look at this Bulls bench. I mean, you look at Broseph here, you look at Smith coming in, you look at Marco Jansen from Fury, Nizam Carr, Sintu Manjesi. It's a very, very good bench. And I want to look at the two benches together because I think both benches are very, very strong. Arguably, maybe Sharks should even be a bit stronger, but you talk about the fact that these days it's. I think the Bulls even term it on their social media. You have starters and you have finishers. And the term finisher is not so much just getting to the end of the game, but finishing the game. And that's either killing a game or chasing a game. So if you look at the two benches, looking at the Sharks again, I do think there's probably more power coming off the Sharks bench, marginally, very very marginally. But that I think it could be a contest where the bench could make the biggest impact. Who can come on and raise the standards, because there's two brilliant starting lineups. But it will probably could come down, especially during a kicking game or during a very tight, wet game where it could be, sort of 16-13 or 18-15 at 65 minutes. Which of these players can come on and make a very, very big difference? Which of these players can pitch up in the clutch moments? That 5-meter line out rolling more, that massive scrum right in front of the poles right at the end. That comes down to the bench and how they will operate. So I think that's going to be a very big factor tomorrow in the game. Because of the conditions, I'm going to go Bulls by 6. I think it's going to be a very tactical game. I think the Bulls are will be better at keeping it tight. I think if it was dry conditions, this Sharks team have got the ability to throw the ball around and to really try and exploit the gaps and any sort of tinks in the Bulls' armor, of which there aren't very many. But I think because it's very wet, it's probably going to be very wet. I do think that Morné Steyn, Ivan Franzel, it's a side made for a very tight and tactical game. And for that reason, I'm going to back the Bulls tomorrow. We will be doing a live watch along over there, 7 o'clock. Please do come hang out with us. We had a very, very fun time last time. We're going to be doing 2 live watch alongs tomorrow. So if you've got nothing else to do, turn the TV on, put the game on, and then come and join us. And let's just chat about everything rugby tomorrow afternoon and evening. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll chat to you very, very soon.